Mm, okay. And Michael, it's pleasure to talk with you.
Uh, it's an honor to be on your interview, Ben. Yeah, really.
Okay,
Uh,
good. Yes, especially because you're one of the most experienced students, teachers, or foreign students of Gulun Kung Fu around today. And the first time I started speaking to you of voice notes and text, I could feel very quickly, or I could maybe even smell, like the scent or the flavor of Zen blooming in you. You know, I could feel that there was something deep that went beyond just some kung fu moves. You know, and then since then you suddenly haven't disappointed, and it's yeah. So glad we finally met just a couple of days ago. Mm. Would you like to yeah, maybe we can dig deeper into it afterwards, but just like a brief introduction to yeah, who you are and what you're doing.
well, so yeah, as you said, like I'm a foreign student from the academy for some years now. Mm, I'm quite ordinary guy, actually. So I started here. I was searching for a peaceful mind, and it was such a long journey, to come here. So there's so much to say. So I don't know how I should tell you, but okay, I just live in France. I study here from maybe almost 10 years now.
Mm.
And this experience at school really changed my life, actually. So talking about the Zen, I don't know exactly what it is, but studying here, it's a quite unique experience. You can find something. So it's hard to express with words, but moving body, heart, and mind, you will find something. Uh, Now I'm teaching in France for some years. I have the permission of master to teach the basic because my level, even if I am quite used to that kung fu, but uh, there's so much to learn about it. So I can just give or share with the people in France, this beautiful culture from the Zen. And actually, uh, I just help people using Gulun Kung Fu as a method of harmony. So, uh, my life is not so interested, but what I experience here is, I think everyone uh, should come and try. This is heart of word experience.
Mm. Yeah, I suppose the difficulty with Zen Dao is Xinyi you are talking about what cannot be taught about. In the, but sometimes I feel that because it is impossible to express something perfectly, it's kind of fun to play around and try, you know. Um, so, mm, yeah, I'm interested in helping or talking through this because I can feel that something has changed, something really has changed, or there is the feeling of Zen that has come about in you. And could you try to explain a little bit about um, what has changed in your life and inside yourself as a result of this?
Oh. Uh, when I came here, my mind was so much busy, distracted. But what I've learned since I've been here is like how to be natural. Natural means spontaneity, what people call about searching for the true self is just to me how to be just like the nature. And Shifu really moves like this, every day in his life is just a pure expression of Zen. So I stopped looking at extraordinary things like fancy stuff and just focus on the rhythm of the nature, my nature. Get rid of the ego, too much things, in my mind. So moving body, heart, and mind, learning to connect the three parts. This is how this is what I learned here, actually, And maybe through silence, through slow motion movements, that I find a way to express there, to grasp just a little bit, Because talking about Shinipa, it's quite nonsense. You should be enlightened to show the way of Shinipa, which I'm not.
Could you briefly describe what is Shiniba for people who have never heard this term?
Yeah.
You don't need to try it, but as a basic term.
Yeah. I think nowadays in China, Shaolin Shiniba becomes a marketing argument, It's like something very deep. It's the highest level of Shaolin Kung Fu. But what does it mean? Actually, I don't think it's about only movements. Shinipa, when you practice Gulun Kung Fu, you already practice Shinipa. It's like in life. You wake up, but you forget that you are quite happy inside, Your first nature is to be happy. This is Shinipa. Your first nature is to be natural. This is Shinipa. The thing is, we have forgotten about this. So it's a contradiction, looking for something we already have. This is Shinipa. So we have to learn how to be natural. So this is quite weird, actually. So I think people think about Shinipa as a martial arts, very skillful, powerful. But I think after years of practicing Kung Fu, you get rid of many things you've learned before. Because once you get natural, you don't need anything else, just be yourself, flowing like the wind and the trees, Know about techniques. So, but learn to be natural. We have to learn some skills before to express those skills in a natural way. So this is a contradiction.
Yeah, it can be funny, It's like because we have spent so much of our lives being unnatural or forgetting what it is to be natural. For example, sometimes you say to someone, okay, just breathe naturally. And for them, it means, what they interpret that to mean is, okay, I'll just breathe as I do every day, which is actually totally unnatural, So this process of coming back to natural, it's interesting. It's like you almost, in some ways, have to use a method, which you feel like a method is not really natural, to get back to nature. You have to and teach people. And it can be quite a humbling process. It must be a humbling process because, for example, you maybe have some people, they're very high performing in some aspects of their lives, very successful in some parts of their lives. and that you have to teach these people how to just breathe, how to sit, how to stand, how to walk again. And it's that moment where they're like, oh yeah, I'm not just taking care of the very most basic things in the world. And actually, when I take care of just these small things, like actually all of these problems, which I thought were very big problems, which I had to solve with my clever mind, actually they stop existing.
Yeah. That's the way of the Buddha, I think. He realized something very simple, very, very simple. But to get to that simple things, he gave us methods, gave us tools. So yeah, that's the main things. Practicing Zen, because it's like this Kung Fu. It's a long process learning, because our senses, our emotions, just build personality with a lots of things, thoughts, emotions, desire, passions, everything. So to go back to the real natural state, it has to be a slow process, I think, because it could be too much for us, to get from these states now, to the complete enlightenment or Shinipa, practicing Kung Fu, Master always said it's like to grow like a tree is growing, slowly with the roots. So the body, the mind has to be connected and prepared and grow up all together. Like if you serve some tea in a cup, but the cup is there's a failure. Is that word? The cup is like cracked. Yeah, cracking it. And you pour the tea inside you. There is a risk that the cup will explode. So we have to be sure that the body and mind go up together, and then we get rid of the things. So, because I think attachment is the main problem in our life. We don't want to get rid of things, even if we know that we could be happy. So slowly, like this Goku. I think I had a great teachings from Master without words. There's a saying who said that we are not the reflection, but the reflection is us. So Master came sometimes and just look at me, with a smile. And then I understood that he knew at this time that I had problems with my maybe ego or attachments. So I went back to France, and it took me months. Then I realized, okay, I've got a problem with myself. I was thinking I was humble, but actually I was quite arrogant.
When you think you're humble, or when you think you have no ego, that's the biggest red flag, right?
Just a smile from the master. Like, then it took me weeks and months to realize what he was reflecting. So I was like, okay. So to get rid of this part of the ego, it's not actually get rid of, it's do something with this. So actually, I think we cannot get rid of the ego. But nowadays, ego is the main, how to say, that's the thing who control us, you know. So it should be just a tool, like we're talking together. I use language, so I use concepts. But if I want to empty my mind, I should have no concepts, no discrimination. So, but I cannot stop to speak, to communicate, but I can transform the language as something different, you know. So that's the right intention. That's the right move when you practice Kung Fu. I told you, each time you're thinking about what you're doing, what's your next move. Oh, damn! I made a mistake on the last one. Intention's no good. No, it's here. To be natural is to be spontaneous. So there's no good, there's no bad. Just keep on doing. Just don't think backward, don't think forward. So this is the right intention, actually. That's the most difficult part, I think. Practicing slowly or not moving, then things are coming out, you know, in the mind, emotions. That you should know even better than me because you practice meditation a lot. So when we have a thought, then the mind goes with the thought, and we are not, and the body, you know, and mind are disconnected. So, so ego is still something we need to use, but that's not the ego has to use us, you know. So that's the difference. So this is a state, you know, that I cannot reach for more than a second or two. So, but it's okay, you know. I think Shiniba, talking about Shiniba, is when your natural state is flowing all day, all night, every time. So, yeah. And so if people wants to learn about Shinipa, I think they should not only think that's about movements or, you know, stances, the way to have a face when you're doing Kung Fu. This is not Shinipa. Master Wu Nanfang maybe is one of the master who can lead you to understand yourself. If you understand yourself, then maybe you can understand Shinipa. So,
So do you feel, how is it that we are learning this through the practice? So, for example, do you find it to be the case then that how you move in your body then has a lot of influence to how you are in your life? So, for example, we practice movements. Every movement goes through a rhythm. It's like it goes through the seasons, in, out, like summer, autumn, winter, spring, ding, ding. Everything's flowing, not stopping, not hesitating, and going through all of tension, relaxation, or contraction, releasing.
This Kung Fu is in a heartbeat, you know?
Yeah.
The heart thing like this, you know, like spreading and like compressing.
I don't find that in other, like a lot of people, they watch me practice and they're like, oh, is that Tai Chi? They think I'm doing Tai Chi. Actually, you don't really find that in Tai Chi, as Tai Chi I've seen, for example. So this is something which I think is, as far as I know, pretty much unique to Gulun Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a unique energy to it.
This rhythm that you're talking about. Now, because
it's like music.
Yeah, it's like music.
Yeah.
I think music is an expression of the universe, you know. So music is a human creation because we have ears, so we can interpret things. But music is subtle. This is something like poetry, maybe. You know, we can grasp the message from the life itself. So this is beautiful, and because I'm teaching, not studying. I'm still studying, actually. You know, because I'm teaching in France, so I practice in the park, and maybe some master or teacher of Tai Chi now come to see me and they say, "Oh, what you're doing, I know this is not Tai Chi. This is very good Kung Fu." So I'm quite proud of myself because, oh yeah, that's how. So you can make a difference between what I'm doing and your Kung Fu style. So yeah, now people are asking me about this. At the beginning, they all think I was doing Tai Chi, but now they can feel it.
Yeah.
That's different. So
they have to have an eye for it. They has to.
Yeah.
It has to be the way the teachers.
Yeah. Because common people, ordinary people, people who cannot practice Kung Fu, they still think I'm doing Tai Chi. It's So, but people knows I don't have lots of years of Kung Fu. But some of my students in France, they have 30 years of Tai Chi, practicing Tai Chi. And then come to me, just a young one, just to have a deeper understanding about inner system of Chinese Kung Fu. So that means this Kung Fu makes a difference for people. So,
oh yeah. And yeah, actually, I'd like to know. Definitely worth spending a bit of time on your own journey. We talked about this at length yesterday. It's fascinating, but I'd like to focus in on what was the spark where you're like, I'm looking for something. What was the thing that you were looking for, and what was the like the process of having like disappointments, and then what was the moment where you're like, that's it?
I think I've been always interested by spiritual things. I think I was 6 years old. I was with my dad looking to a soccer competition. Soccer, which I don't like, actually. But my dad used to like it. So, and I saw the ball going through the fields and stop. And then I realized, wow. So our life is exactly the same that this ball. One day it will stop. And I was really shocked, about death. The beginning of my journey was there. I was like, so what is life? What is death? Why I'm so scared? So then I grew up and I just forgot about this, but still the fear of death, inside. So I went on parties and had a young life, pretty sane, as many young people. And one day my dad passed away, and I was there when he passed away. So I saw him. I saw everything. And then it remembered me like, wow, this is death, And I'm so scared. Then I realized that I was doing some party with friends just to forget about my fear of death. So after many delusions, more than like having a girlfriend, make good parties, which leads nowhere actually. And so my father died. Then I realized I have to do something else. So I started to go back to my spiritual interests. And then I started to travel north of India to see if I could find a way to get rid of my fear of death. And Buddhism was the best school to me. And the people I met there was quite awesome. So this, I cannot tell about all my journey in India because I think I met people like Master, like with just a look for a few seconds. And then I realized all my life was wrong. And I was like, oh. So I kept on searching. And I think I have, I don't have any skill. I'm not talented actually. But there's something I have, maybe others don't have. This is luck. But I have to struggle a lot. But when it comes, I have always people that I met. They lead me somewhere very good, like just hand from the sky, like,
Yeah.
Okay, now you had lots of problems, but we'll take care of you. So all my story from France to here just about luck, and destiny. That's what Master said. All Chinese people also said, 就是缘分, 就是缘分. So
luck, karma, have it, yeah. Well,
And
if you want to be humble, you say luck, yeah.
Yeah.
So your Shifu sometimes says, how would you call it? Wu ku wu wu, or like no suffering, no enlightenment or awakening. It's true for you. It's certainly true for me. So I won't claim to be enlightened.
Yeah. But why we are suffering? Because we may be searching all the time, and who is searching actually? So it's exactly like who is dying, who is living. I think only the manifestation of the ego is coming when we go on this earth. And if we couldn't find a way to enlightenment, only the ego go somewhere else, The body is us, but I think the illusion of this reality is just the ego, creating some ideas all the time, searching for enlightenment. So Buddhism is not actually about searching. It's more, the word should be realizing, So, but still, that's why I said we cannot get rid of the ego. The ego is quite useful. First we search. First we practice on Kung Fu. First we need to learn some moves, and then we can get rid of this to be natural. So
I think Bodhidharma even said there's something's coming to my mind. He's saying like all you need to do is see your own mind, and this is like the most simple thing in the world, and it's who you already are. But he says you need to struggle, and you need to suffer, and you need to find a teacher, and you need to endure hardship as well. It's funny, and this is something which is common in everything to do with Zen. It's like it's this and it's that, and it's not this, it's not that, and it's an engagement of the question.
But think about it. Yesterday we have this talk about the kids in China who wants to leave from the school because they got bored. We had this chance to explore the ego. In France, I did many things, material, not good things, but actually that was so fun, Now I got bored of this, so I can go back to a spiritual life, But I'm happy to have this experience of the ego. As long as you're not attached to it, it's very good. If you still attach, and this is kind of jail, so not good.
I sometimes wonder this for myself. There's a little monk in my head who's saying, "Oh, just give it all up and go into a cave and just stop it all." And then there's the other part which wants to say, "Oh, but I want to like play around a bit and have some fun. Like look at all my experiences from my past. Like I'm really glad that I had them. I learned a lot from them, and only by completing them am I now able to let go of that. It feels like I kind of completed that chapter or completed that game, and now it's done." And it feels like that I still have some games which I need to complete before completely giving all of that stuff up, And then the other voice will say, "Oh, Ben, this is just your ego playing tricks on you. You're going around in circles. You're getting yourself attached."
But I think there's nothing good, nothing bad, Only when we judge ourselves, like, I should not do this, or, like the Kung Fu. You go back, your mind is going back to the last move. This is not the good way to do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, When I look the kids or old people, they always give me a lesson, how to be, natural, not thinking about they were just crying or they're just falling down. They don't care. They just keep on going. That's the this ability of thoughts to go backward. And why did I do this? And this is only the things who maintain us, in this maybe illusion. So very simple. If you think you make a mistake, just keep on going. Do better. That's all.
Yeah.
Easy.
I find Shifu Wu Nanfang's attitude to practice and to Zen very interesting on this topic, because you have on one extreme people saying, okay, for Buddhism practice, you must practice 100% discipline. You must go 100% to overcome yourself. And on the other hand, you're already enlightened, so just give it up and don't try and don't put any discipline into anything. I find Shifu has this amazing middle way kind of balance, where on the one hand, he just loves Kung Fu. Every day practice, and he'll always be saying, you need to practice more Shudran, practice, always talking about Kung Fu. Right. And at the end, or on the other hand, there's no sense of him rushing people or getting frustrated if people are not progressing, or he has no desire or goal in mind with this. He's just practicing because it's joyful for him.
Yeah. And you know what? I think also because he got something that we've lost. He has faith in everything. Everything what is going on, he really knows that everything would be fine. The nature will find a way to fix every problem. That's the main thing. There's two things that I would like to share with my Kung Fu brothers and sisters. It is faith and joy, like Master. So each time I come here, and I can feel his joy and no fear of the future, then I go back in France again. Then I can teach properly, the good things.
This reminds me of funny time I had. He was having tea with Shifu, and there was someone coming to see him and telling him about a problem she was having, a relationship problem, and she was talking for 5-10 minutes or something. I don't know this. Felt like a very complicated problem. She talked to like a Western psychologist about this. They would go very deep into it. They are very interesting ideas about this. And it comes to Shifu and he goes, "Ichie je kong," or like all is empty there. All of our problems at the end of the day, what are these? Just ideas or habit energy. I suppose the Zen solution to our problems maybe is quite different from this more Western analytical way.
Yeah, true. This is purely Zen, like nature. We spend times and hours to cultivate the problem, to talk about the problems all the time, and spend lots of money. Master gives an answer, was just pure faith, So, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I told you about the story when I finally found the school. So I was like searching. I had this school on my mind for 2 years, like going in China, going back to France and looking at internet, and I was like, searching. That was a problem that I was cultivating in my mind. Then I stopped. I was like, okay, I go back to China, and this is my last trip maybe. And then on the way from Zhengzhou to Dongfeng, I was in the bus in the morning time, and I stopped searching, and I was just like, okay, I let go. Maybe I'll find the school. Maybe I won't find. Everything's good. I'm so happy right now. So I let go. Something happened inside my body. I cannot express it, like, I don't know, maybe you felt that, like soft feeling inside your body, like you stop struggling, fighting against the life. And I was like, just pure faith. Okay, let's see what will happen then. So 1 hour later, I had the solution. The life gave me the answer. So yeah, I would like to thank Adrian Fear from Switzerland and Alessio from Italy, because destiny, it's all about destiny. They bring those two guys in a tea shop and they say, okay, we are from the Gulun Kung Fu school with Master Wu Nanfang. I was like, wow, finally. The moment I stopped to search, the life gave me the answer through those two guys. So I think that's what Master was talking about. Just stop cultivating the problem. Stop thinking about it. Let go. And nature will fix the problem. So, yeah. I think the Western way is like we are looking at the sky and we seeing those big clouds, and we want to take the clouds, put it in a box, and just look at them all the time. But if you look at the nature, the clouds go through the sky and vanish. The rain, the storm goes and then goes by. So it's just faith is nature. Nature is faith. That's all. Zen is the best answer to our problem, but we have this problem of faith because we're always thinking we have to do something to solve the problem. So actually we should be, not always want to do something, just how to be, in front of a problem. So, practicing Gulun Kung Fu, it's also about how to feel the center of your body. If you practice with the hips or the middle section of the body, your intention always focus on the center. So the center part of the body should be more like the core or the essence of being, It's not about doing, it's how to be. So the solution is being, not doing, I think. That's what I've learned from practicing this Kung Fu. So of course we have to do something, but how are your state of mind when you're doing something? If you're doing something because you're scared or you want too much, just I would like this problem be fixed right now, and so the nature cannot express, cannot fix the problem because you try to do before to be. So first, we have to learn how to stay very quiet and open to the opportunities, and then we can do something. Nature has the ability to adapt because nature is the nature. It's not someone who is doing something. So So the faith of being, or this is let go, because now it's kind of fashion in Western. Let go, let it go. But how to let go? So that's the biggest question. That's the challenge. So state of emptiness, a silent mind. I mean, when the mind, body, and heart are together, you will find the answer because you become natural. So it's all about this.
I had to think, rather than you find the answer, you realize that there was no problem in the first place. The answer is usually yes to drop the question. I find it's very interesting, this relationship between the body or the energetic system of qi and our lives, our problems. So I see that often people who have lots of problems in their mind, the energy is up here, qi's over here or in their mind. And of course, the mind is kind of addictive. We like to think that we can solve our problems with our mind, and we can kind of superficially deal with problems with the mind at an intellectual level. But really, the qi, the energy, is staying stuck up there, and it just comes back and back, and it's never ending, And then I found that qi only sits in your center in dantian. now you're internally more whole. And so everything is just more in harmony. And now there are no problems within inside yourself on an energetic level. So your mind stops coming up with rubbish, you know. And this is what I see is, you know, we have a phrase in English, maybe it's not reached France. The proof is in the pudding, which is to say like the effect of maybe in this context, a practice is evident in the people who practice into a high level. And I always looked at masters and different practices, lineage, and then I thought, okay, how is this practice? And I said, well, okay, how's this effect been on you? And I see, for example, some people, they do much more external style Kung Fu, and their lives maybe seem more flashy. For example, I have lots of followers and this and that. But I look at them and I think, I don't want that kind of lifestyle, you know. And then Shifu Wu Nanfang, for example, very humble man, simple life, not interested in these things, but he's just the whole time, it's just, you know, you just, I love it. You just catch him and he's just sitting like looking up at the sky, smiling inside himself.
That's the most beautiful thing.
Moments. Yeah. This guy's got it.
Yeah, that makes his Kung Fu really something beautiful, you know, because you can feel it, enjoy every moment. Yeah. So I don't know. We should ask him how he feels really when he practices. But when I look at him like doing this, it's exactly the same fascination I have to see cats walking. You know, it's like wow, it's so beautiful. So yeah. That's the big difference between maybe the sports and external expression of the body. This is not about it here. No. Real Kung Fu, because we are talking about Shaolin Kung Fu. Shaolin is spiritual Kung Fu. This is not what we think about today. I know they need to bring an image of a monastery and everything, but I think the most beautiful things they realized that was the most ordinary thing, most simple thing. So this lineage, this branch of Kung Fu is, in my opinion, the essence of Shaolin Kung Fu. But the people should know that they have to be very patient with themselves first. And don't come here and hope to learn straight many forms or different things. No. You will first learn from yourself, from the nature itself. And I think when I came here the first time, it was so different from the other school. Like I just stay without moving. But when
you say that, you mean the practice? You're just doing standing meditation.
Yeah, standing meditation or some steps. So, but back to France, then I realized that I had something. Finally, doing forms, jumping, acrobatics, back to France. Nothing. And here you can feel something has changed. So just look at the master and you will learn so much from the essence of this Kung Fu. So that's what you have this luck, Ben, because usually we study with a different teacher here at the academy. Not the opportunity to practice with the master is pretty rare, actually. So that's nice, and I can see how you improve for a year in the academy. That's just crazy, already, So yeah, I like your Kung Fu.
The feeling is neutral. It's always pleasing to see when you meet someone, you thought to them and you have a feeling about their character, and then you see them practice Kung Fu Tai Chi, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of what it shows their character.
I think the way you move in this in Gulun Kung Fu is the pure expression of yourself. So it's not like Kung Fu in mass, like an industry. This fits you. So the energy comes from inside and go out, and this is your way of moving, and which make it very unique. You don't have to compare to the others. You practice your own Kung Fu. We have the same method, but this is so beautiful to see your essence moving. Comparing Shaolin Wushu, where the school where I practice, it's like I had to do like the Chinese guy, but Chinese practice 4 years, and they are expected something like technically beautiful. It's not your expression. It's something technical. It's different.
Cool. Yeah. I find, as you're mentioning, that you're not so interested so much in learning many new forms of movement, reaching these basics, and it comes back to, okay, what are we actually doing when we're learning this Kung Fu? And I like to think, of course, we can say many things, but one thing, for example, is like the refinement of ourselves, of balance and harmony. And this is something which is most easily fine-tuned in the simplest of movements, because you can get into a more subtle detail level in there. And I find, for example, I'm sort of watching and trying to mirror the whole time with Shifu Wu Nanfang, this quality of yin-yang balance. For example, people who go more into the internal world, the stuff I experience sometimes in the world of Tai Chi, for example, most people think, okay, hard stuff, that's external. So this means if you're doing anything internal, then everything has to be completely relaxed. I had teachers who said that before. And then I came here and I see Shifu Wu Nanfang, and I think, you seem even more relaxed and calm and peaceful than those other teachers who were telling me just to relax. But you're also using a tremendous amount of power and force. And yet there's no like excess tension in it. Everything is so smooth every time. This and this like gradual clenching. This. And you can also see that mirrored in his character. I was doing this when we were having tea the other day. I was walking. I find it really interesting. He often talks in a way where he's speaking quite loudly or quite with a lot of energy. Very not forcefully, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of energy.
Amplified.
And yet he feels so. I feel my energy. I don't feel any aggression. It just feels totally peaceful within inside. It's very inspiring.
Yeah. But you said that like there's relaxing, but I think that's the perfect balance between tensing and relaxation. It's like breathing. hu shifa. Inhale, exhale. There's some kind of flexibility, elasticity, between inhale and exhale, And I think this Kung Fu is exactly this balance, natural flexibility. And it's like you have music instruments and you have to, how do you say, to tune the strings perfectly, to make a sound. So the good balance between tension and relaxation, That's this Kung Fu. So we all have this habit to be tense all the time. So we first have to learn how to relax and then tension. So that makes this Kung Fu very unique visually, and you can feel, from the extremity, from your eyes, the face is changing all the time. When I came here with different students from different countries, Master said after hours of practicing, he looked at us, he said, "Hey, your face now is more beautiful. You have lights in your face." Wow. So this is, this is all about this Kung Fu. We have to feel first. So this is how you say, at the beginning you said that the rhythm is like music. Yeah, this Kung Fu is music, actually.
Yeah. So you are the instrument.
And then maybe Shinipa is when the instruments and the music make one, So yeah.
I think it's like when these movements start more external, and then it's like your body gets re-educated as to the proper flow of energy and how. And then the more your body remembers this, it's like this natural flow of energy and sort of starts to manifest at a more subtle level in your body. It's kind of difficult to describe.
Yeah.
But then it's like your body can start to sing, almost like the cells inside your body can start to just...
True. And that's why most of my friends and students, they, I don't know how to say, but each time we practice together, when we finish to practice, there's a big smile on our faces. It comes from nowhere, just being there. So when we start, we have lots of things in mind, so we talk about stuff, and after practicing, it's just a natural smile, without any reason. Just, wow. And that's maybe a little what the master is experiencing all day long, So
it looks like that's what they're experiencing.
Happiness comes from the inside. No, looking from the outside is an illusion. At the beginning I practiced this Kung Fu. I was so passionate, so I was practicing a lot without resting. I was like, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do it. But also Master made me realize that this is not Kung Fu. No, just doing. Have a rest. Enjoy the life, doing nothing. Because if I practice all the time, this is not about being myself. It's just doing something all the time. And then I become dependent, attached to this Kung Fu. So imagine I have a problem. I cannot practice this Kung Fu for a while. What could happen? So just sad, and so that means I learned nothing from this school. So when I realized that practicing Kung Fu or just walking, in the nature or in the cities, it's the same happiness. Oh, Master was happy, when I told him this, So he was like, Michael, how long have you been here for? I said, yeah, 5 years. Oh, very good, very good. He was so happy,
Yeah. When you ask him questions like, Shifu, how long were you practicing when you're younger? And he's like, everything is Kung Fu. And then he always comes up with these kind of answers. Like, but like, come on, tell me how many hours are you practicing? What time should I wake up? Especially like with a Western background, and a lot of people that have an idea about Shaolin Kung Fu, that this is all about pushing yourself to the limit, dedicating yourself and going like to the extreme, becoming like a superhuman by going beyond yourself.
Yeah.
And there is still very much a part of me which is like attached to that kind of superhero kind of fantasy. And it's kind of humbling to come down from that, I guess,
You can be, it's no problem. The problem is to be attached to it, So if you think your personality is the what you can do with your body, you're wrong. The essence of beings is not this, It's all these things are just creation, concepts. So I'm happy to practice this Kung Fu, but I'm more than this, only this, So I found something in myself that I cannot describe, but that makes me feel mostly happy all the time, just loving to be this, body. Before I was like, no, I'm not. Other people are more beautiful, or they're stronger, or they're always comparing, But now just accept everything. But the biggest challenge now is not to be attached to it, because the day I will go away from this life, I don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to go because I like too much to be myself, and so it's learning how to be without to be attached to the body, even the mind. So that's the biggest teaching, I think I had from this school. So, but once you stop to compare, you can do everything. You can have different abilities. You can have superpower. Just make sure you don't too attached to it, because everything will go one day, So this reality is like a dream. You can do everything. It's okay, So yeah.
Yeah, so glad we got to speak and go deep into this. And so I love it as you bring a bit of French, je ne sais quoi. The poetry, love, which is really what this is about.
Actually, I'm pretty good at speaking in French. In English, I have a lack of vocabulary, but inspiration, as I told you, comes from silence, and it's another way to let go. do some breathing exercise for a while, like you do meditation, to find a way to fix the problem, to find a way to speak, and to create some things in your life. Don't think too much. Just be yourself naturally, and everything will go. I don't know if it's the French, je ne sais quoi. It's more about the inspiration, I think. So we all have this poetry inside, because we all part of the nature, for sure. So,
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Ben. So I would like to say something about what you're doing for this culture, this school. Is just amazing, But we should talk maybe a little about the one who was before you, I mean, like Vina. Because Vina, for the people who don't know, she has done so many things for Master Wu Nanfang, this school, and you're the next after Vina, and this is so beautiful. Because she was also a part of the family, and every year I came here, she was there, and I miss her a lot as well. So Gulun Kung Fu, as we know it today, is also a part of Vina history, and now yours history. This is so huge. I am not really good at communication, doing what you're doing now, and you're just like a gift from the sky, to come here and just following the path of Vina, just preserving and make some improvements for the school and master. So thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much, Vina.
Thank you. And definitely a lot of skills that Vina has, which I unfortunately don't have, but I'm at least going to try and find people who can help,
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we go, is there any way that people can track you down and find you, or?
Yeah. So now, thanks to you through the website, you put my contact, because in France, actually, I'm teaching in people. I have no place to teach, actually. I go people's place or outside in the park, So you just have to contact me through maybe WeChat or WhatsApp with my phone number. It's easy for people who want to come in France and have a taste or just a small glimpse of Gulun Kung Fu. I would be happy to share with them, for sure. So, and also in Belgium, actually, all my friends from Belgium, just awesome. So
Do you sometimes host workshops or retreats?
I have workshops in Brussels.
Yeah.
So we have a place there. So there's different ways. Or you can contact me through the website. Or maybe I'll give you maybe the contact of my friend Irun, because Irun and his wife, actually, that's the beginning of my story of a teacher in Europe. They helped me so much to spread Gulun Kung Fu in Belgium. So they first contacted me when I was there training. And then they helped me to, they opened to the Belgium people. They are wonderful. So we have a place to rest also. So actually, I go in Brussels every month once. I think about it's 3 or 4 days there, and yeah, it's a workshop, so everyone is welcome to be there. So.
I will definitely point people your way if people in Europe are there or something. Okay. Good, Michael. Yeah, so happy you met. I was thinking real.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man.